Family, English and Welsh. Friends, children, old people. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for gathering here in this fantastic fairy tale venue to celebrate the marriage of Amy and Rob.
Yeah, yeah.
You've travelled from far and wide. From the west, we have the Welsh. And yet further we have our relatives from East Anglia. One at least has come as far north as Scotland. Who's that?
Pete.
And incredibly, we have one person here who's come from Australia. So we're pleased, no, delighted to see you all here. And I hope you're having a great day, because we are. How cool is this? How cool is this? Anyone would think it was the first day of Christmas. I have a quote for you, written by an American novelist called John Gregory Brown. It describes the bond of love between a father and his daughter. There is something like a line of gold thread running through a man's words when he talks to his daughter. And gradually over the years, it gets to be long enough for you to pick up in your hands and weave into a cloth that feels like love itself. So many of you here today are parents, and I'm sure you'll agree that the strongest love you can have is the love you have for your children. Amy, my true love. Wow, you look gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. We shared a moment this afternoon when I walked in to see Amy. Makeup was just about to go down the face, and Amy looked crap too. So I could not believe that this is my little girl. When I first saw you in that lovely dress, all grown up into a fantastic bride, I can honestly say you're the most beautiful bride I've seen since I married your mum 27 years ago. And I feel so very proud, very proud. And that's made me think. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me the most gorgeous bride I've ever seen. My first memory of Amy was one of great joy and an incredible feeling of love for a small bundle cradled in my arms as we rocked in a rocking chair together. Tracy was being repaired by the midwife across the room. But I was telling Amy how much fun we were going to have and how I was going to teach her to fly kites and all that sort of shit. Amy's face curved into a kind of smile, which is probably the first sign of colic. Other than that, she was calm and quiet, and a bit yellow. Anything but calm and quiet today. Amy, you looked so gorgeous, and so do you, Rob. And look at the two of you, with a ring on each finger. A ring on each finger? A ring each, anyway. And that's made me think. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 wedding rings and the most gorgeous bride I've ever seen. You can see it as it goes, can't you? My first memory of Rob leaves me kind of warm and fluffy. Now, you need to understand the calibre of Amy's boyfriends before Rob to understand before that'll make any sense. Amy had entertained a number of interesting boyfriends through her teens and early 20s. They were caring, well-educated, good-looking, athletic. And she was certain that each and every one of those poor boys would be the one. Actually, thinking that through again, One of them was caring, another one was well educated, one was good looking, and so on. But I think the negatives outweighed the positives. So then Amy met Rob. Immigrant. Spiky hair. I mean handsome, clean cut, hard-working, generous, affectionate, a real man. What else was it, Rob? Oh yes, oh, yeah. And both ears intact. Private one there. So bloody marvellous. Welcome, Rob. I know that Rob loves Amy very much, and I'm delighted to welcome him to our family. Rob, I never thought you'd scrub up quite so well. Fair play, mate. Rob is proving to be a wonderful, caring, hands-on dad to Morgan. I guess we all knew he would be, after all. As Rob commented to Amy over dinner the other day, I was looking after my babies when you were still at school. Now you might imagine the odd age-related comment, but I think it's unfair to make fun of Rob in such an underhand way on his magical day. So here goes. When I think of Amy and Rob starting their journey together, I guess I mean continuing their journey together with infant Morgan, adolescent Jack, and grown-up Bethany, 3 fantastic kids. I don't feel I'm losing a daughter so much as gaining a brother. Rob, my son-in-law, lol. Now that you've officially joined our family, I have a gift for you. Gift? Sorry, Rob.
It's all spice.
Not yet. And there's something I want to happen in return. The gift represents 2 things. It represents the gold thread mentioned in the quote, and thereby the love I have for Amy. It's a sign of my trust that you will love Amy as much as, if not more than I do. It also represents time. Time is a precious gift in itself and should not be squandered. Make time for each other. Cherish the time you spend together and take the time to live in love. Now, what I want to happen in return involves the loft halls. Now, you know who you are. Not enough laughter yet, is there? Loft halls, for those who don't know, and I believe there are currently 7 of them, are Rob's raunchy female fantasy friends who look after his Swansea replica shirts in the loft. Believe me when I say 7 loft halls leaving. We'll come back to that. I'd like to congratulate the 4 ushers, Chris, Matt, Joel and Sean, and the 5 bride's attendants, Ashley, Charlotte, Emily, Natalie and Bethany, for their sterling work today. And you look perfectly turned out.
Woo!
Absolutely. And guess what? That's made me think. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 bridal maids, 4 hunky ushers, 3 fab kids, 2 wedding rings, and the most gorgeous bride I've ever seen. And haven't we had the most delicious wedding breakfast? Congratulations to the catering here at Clearwell. Wonderful, delicious, well organised, a real treat. And I shall join you with the booze later, guys, and continue the evening as we should. Okay? I've been refusing alcohol all day.
Yes.
Anyway, I've been told I shouldn't ramble on for too long, as there are others who wish to speak. Quite right too. I believe there are 6 speakers speaking. Did I mention 7 loft doors leaving? And before I hand over to the groom, I have a few messages. So, have you seen the wonderful cake out in the room? Amazing. And made by our own Julia, who's over there somewhere. Take a bow, Julia. Today we have 100 guests. 2 don't eat dairy. 1 only eats gluten-free. 17 think they're too fat to eat cake. That leaves 80 cuts of cake to be cut, which is not easy to say. The first of which will happen after these speeches in the drawing room. So please join us there. Now I know that Rob will be conveying thanks to many, but I'd like to repeat my personal thanks to Clearwater Castle. And in particular to Nicola, who's been looking after us and disappeared. I know that Amy loves Christmas, and this is just brilliant having this at Christmas time. Have you seen the trees, Amy? The trees with tinsel. And I apologise to Nicola for the 11 messy tables. There are 11 messy tables. Just like, one last thing, gentlemen. The bar closes at 12. And I know you'll make the most of it. Right, I've said enough. It's time to, glasses are charged, but before we do that, I have a little treat for you all. As a one-time only performance, we have the Camac Male Voice Choir. First day of Christmas, my true love gave to me the most gorgeous bride I've ever seen. On the
12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
12 o'clock closing,
11 messy tables, 10 trees with tinsel, 9 drunken Welshmen, 80
cuts of cake,
7 loft doors leaving, 6 speakers speaking, 5 bridal maids, 4 hunky blokes, 3 fat kids, 2 wedding rings, and the most gorgeous bride I've ever seen.
And with that, I would like to propose a toast. To your bride and groom. Okay. Thank you, guys. And I give you the groom. Quiet, please, the groom.
How am I supposed to follow that? Well, thank you, Ivan, for the kindish words. Good afternoon to you all, our closest family and friends. I'm not very good at writing speeches or public speaking, as you'd have found out earlier on. So this makes it the worst situation for me. But if you know your expectations, there's less chance of me disappointing you over the next few minutes. And I'll be saying the same back to Amy later in the room. I'm pretty excited to finally be able to say these next words to you. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of my new wife and I to welcome you all here to help us celebrate our special day with us. It's great to see you all here, and we really appreciate some of you who travelled so far, like from Australia, America, Scotland, Swansea, Norfolk, and Aylesbury. As is customary, I need to start with some thank yous. Trying to get it over and done with.
No, slow down. Enjoy it, Rob. Enjoy it.
You'll hear that later as well. Huh? Right. If you have help,
Boss, Rob, show his boss.
hey, it's my day, not yours. Oh, sorry, it's Amy's day, not yours. If you've helped in any small way and you don't get mentioned, then don't be offended. We do appreciate everything, but I'm trying not to cut into drinking time too much, and Ivan's free bar tab shuts at 7. Ivan and Tracy, traditionally, I'm supposed to thank you for welcoming me into your family, but it seems strange to do that, as you made me feel so welcome from day one. Thank you for raising a beautiful, intelligent-ish, and sometimes stubborn daughter, letting me have her hand in marriage, and of course, getting her to the aisle this morning. Thank you for everything you've done to make today possible. I hope it feels less like you losing a daughter, more like gaining a son, one you can cook for, clean up after, provide endless supply of biscuits, but more importantly, what you really wanted was a Welsh son. I love Amy with all my heart, and I will do everything to continue to keep her, make her happy. I also want to thank my mum and dad for helping with the wedding preparations. Well, not so much help, but just listen to me moaning, really.
Oh, yeah.
Personally, thank them for giving up everything while me and my 3 older brothers were growing up, and make sure we had everything that we needed, within reason, that was. What we have is some gifts for the mums. So Amy, can you do the first one? So Tracy. Thanks also go to the great ushers. My new brothers, Chris and Matt, who at the Carton event we went to, the owners thought I was their dad. The nephew Sean and great friend Joel. So thanks for everything you've done today. You did a great job making sure the right bums on the right seats and stopping all the paparazzi getting at us. Next up is the big one, the loft whores, also known as the bridesmaids. You actually look stunning today, even Natalie. And not forgetting the maid of honour and the matron of honour. Well, can I say now, their partners are punching well above their weight. Right. So we have some gifts for you all there. So can we get Natalie, Emily, can we get Bethany up, and can we get something blue, Becca up, please? Some gifts, and a round of applause would be good for them. We got Ashley and Charlotte. A special mention go to my kids. You all look spectacularly amazing today. Bethany, I can't believe, turns 18 next week. Jack, the ring bearer, well done for not losing the rings. And Morgan for just being Morgan, really. And finally, we had some fantastic flowers today. So we can't thank you enough there. So, Jan, can we come up for some gifts for yourself? Yes, come on. And Julia, can you come up please to the fantastic cake? The list of people I want to thank is literally endless, and I want to sit down, to be honest, so I'm going to get it over with soon. Boyley. Most of you won't know my best man.